What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dill's Bangin Breakdowns. It's been a while. It has. But I am back. I am in full effect, and the UFC is in full effect also. Brand new Paramount UFC 324. You get all the UFC pay-per-views now, all in Paramount for $60 a year with your Paramount subscription. The first UFC event of the year is Gaethje versus Pimlet. And guys, it is the only way to do it, the UFC, is to go crazy for this first event, and it is crazy. They pushed back all the times now, so the main card starts at 9 p.m. instead of 10 p.m., so a little hour difference, but still crazy. Prelims are going crazy also on this 324. The last fight on here, we got Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. Michael Johnson is an OG. He's lost a lot. He's won a lot. But, dude, I cannot get over that they just threw this card together. Right before him, you got Denzel Freeman versus Josh Hokeet. Dude, Denzel Freeman is he is huge. The max limit in the UFC is 265. This dude's probably walking around at like 300 pounds and has to drop 40-some pounds. Absolutely insane. Just an insane card for them. You got, I don't even know how they put this together. Charles Johnson versus Alex Perez. The prelims have ranked opponents on it, which is something crazy. But first one of the year, you got to go big. You got to go home. You got to draw all these Paramount people in there, and that's what they're doing. I guarantee the ratings for the UFC are going to be through the roof now for the people who couldn't afford pay-per-views. All they got to do is pay $60 a whole entire year, and they're dialed in with all the pay-per-views. Absolutely crazy. Prelims, absolutely insane. Atiba Gutierrez versus Andre Poliev. Dude, Gutierrez has probably won. Dude, his record's crazy. His knockouts are crazy. He's on an 8-fight win streak right now. 8 wins by knockout. 7 first-round finishes. Dude, this guy is crazy. His takedown defense is 92%. His average fight time is 3 minutes and 51 seconds. If I don't know if that's somebody coming in the rankings to come blow this division up right here, he is a absolute monster. Middleweight division's already stacked, and to bring him in here like this and go on, he's 9-1-0. He's lost 1 fight out of 10. Absolutely crazy. I got my money on this guy. And that's just the prelims. Last fight on the prelims, you got the former title contender against Merab Dvalishvili, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo, who's a former bantamweight champion. Crazy way to end the prelims. Umar Nurmagomedov, his wrestling is absolutely nuts. He comes from over in Dagestan, and dude, he is an absolute monster. Average fight time 14 minutes, but that don't matter because, dude, his ground game is absolutely crazy. Significant strikes by position. He has a 28% ground and pound because, dude, he always has people on the ground. He's coming off a loss to Merab Dvalishvili, but he also won back in October. He beat Mario Batista, which was a crazy fight. Look out for that guy, Umar. He fights with the Dagestanian guy, so we know it's going to be crazy. And then Davison Figueiredo, dude, I just can't get over how the UFC stacked this card. So Umar versus Davison Figueiredo, Figgy. He's an absolute monster also. He has a 75% significant strikes by standing. So, dude, he just throws. That's going to be an absolute banger to end the main card prelims or to end the prelims off. Prelims starting out with Arnold Allen and John Silva. We know John Silva because he is a trash-talking monster. He's part of them fighting nerds. Dude, average fight time, 8 minutes, 30 seconds. Significant strikes. He's up there throwing them down. Dude, he's at 84% standing significant strike ratio right now. He's coming in at 16-3, 12 wins by knockout. This dude floors people. His last fight was against Diego Lopez, who's a former title challenger against Alexander Volkanovski, which is they're doing a rematch later in this, it's actually the first weekend of February. So that's going to be an absolute banger. But John Silva versus Arnold Allen. I'm a big fan of Arnold Allen. Coming out of England, he's 20-3, 7 wins by knockout, 4 by submission, 4 first-round finishes. Dude, he's at a 90% significant strikes by position and standing position. He's at 90%. He's coming off a one fight win streak, actually. So he's in the win column, but he's lost Max Holloway was one of his fights that he lost to. He's a BMF champion right now. Dude, that is going to be an absolute banger. I don't even know who I would put money on there, but if I had to choose, I would pick Arnold Allen because Diego Lopez put work on him. Next fight in, you got a women's fight for the flyweight. Rose Namajunas versus Natalie Silva. Rose Namajunas, former women's champion, versus Natalie Silva, who's ranked number 2. I'm pretty sure she's on a 13-fight win streak right now. Holy smokes. 5 wins by knockout, 7 by submission. Dude, 92% takedown defense by her. Holy smokes. She has, she's ran through the division also. She's fought some of the best. Yeah. Jessica Andrade, she smoked her. Alexa Grasso was a great fight also. That's going to be a great fight. Now, Rose is pretty old. I kind of maybe consider her a stepping stone, but you never know because she's just so scrappy. But if I had to put money on that, I'm going Natalie Silva. Third fight in on the main card, Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis, number 5 versus number 8. This Waldo Acosta Cortez Acosta guy, he stepped up on like his last fight. I'm pretty sure he stepped up on like a 4-day notice and came in and smoked this guy. I got a first round knockout in 1 minute and 22 seconds. He's on he's on a 3 or 4 fight win streak with 8 wins by knockouts. Dude, this guy is a monster, but he's fighting a monster. Derek the Black Beast Lewis. He has the most knockouts in UFC history. He has 24 wins by knockout in the heavyweight division. That is absolutely crazy. And he's always taking his pants off in these post-fight interviews, doing something crazy. But this fight is going to be an absolute banger. Derek Lewis is on a 2-fight win streak. He beat up Teixeira last, which was a crazy fight, first-round knockout. I'm pretty sure Derek Lewis as soon as the bell rang, he ran at him, tried to hit him with a flying knee, got him on the ground, and just gave him the ground and pound. That fight is going to be absolutely nuts. The co-main event was supposed to be Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes, but Kayla Harrison had to undergo neck surgery. And her coaches were saying that she put this neck surgery off for years, and she had something, I don't even know what it was, but she should have got this surgery years ago. So a week before the fight, she pulls out. Amanda Nunes, who was retired, did 3 or 4 months worth of training just to come a week before the fight, and her opponent to pull out Kayla Harrison. So I definitely think they're going to reschedule that because Amanda Nunes is one of the GOATs of the UFC. I have no doubt in my mind that she's going to come back and beat her. Amanda Nunes is the absolute GOAT. So the co-main event got switched up to Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. I'm a little nervous for O'Malley in this one. I'm a big fan of Sean O'Malley, former bantamweight champion, lost to Marab. Sean is a great, great fighter, standing-wise. His ground game is not the best whatsoever. He's long and lanky. He's there to throw hands, throw these crazy kicks. But then Song Yadong is an absolute monster also. He's on he has 7 first-round finishes, 9 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission. So we know it's going to be a stand banging the whole time. His last fight was against Henry Cejudo, went the distance. Before that, Piotr Jan, who's now the bantamweight champion, that went the distance. Piotr Jan beat Song Yadong, but Sugar Sean O'Malley beat Piotr Jan back in the day. Dude, this is going to be an absolute banger fight. Rumor is if Sugar Sean doesn't win, he may retire after this. He's already been up. He's already had the belt. He's done what he has to do in the UFC. He's rich as anything. I'd probably call it quits if you lose after this. He's 30 years old. Live the rest of your life not getting beat up. Main event, though, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Holy smokes. Justin Gaethje, one of my favorite fighters, ranked number 4. They're fighting for the interim title. This is absolutely insane fight right here. Justin Gaethje has so many fights. He's 26-5. He has 20 wins by knockout, 9 first-round submissions. Average fight time, 11 minutes, 14 seconds. Dude, nobody can say anything about Gaethje. He's been knocked out twice, unfortunately, but nobody can say anything about Justin Gaethje. because he is an absolute wrecking ball. One of my favorite fighters of all time, but then one of my favorite upcoming fighters, you got Paddy Pimblett over here. He's on a 9-fight win streak, 7 by knockout, 10 by submission. Dude, his fight against Michael Chandler was absolutely crazy. Ground and pound, taking him down. Bobby Green wanted to step to him. He submitted Bobby Green in the first round with it was like an arm bar with a triangle choke around the neck with his, dude, it was absolutely crazy. People underestimate Paddy Pimblett, but I would not underestimate Paddy Pimblett whatsoever. And they are fighting for the lightweight interim. But then again, I don't know who's the lightweight interim. I don't know who's going to be Ilia Topuria. That division has always been stacked. Ilia Topuria is on a crazy fight win streak right now. He did have to step away from the UFC for a little bit due to some family members, but he is 7 wins he's 17-0 in the UFC. 7 wins by knockout, 8 by submission, 11 first-round finishes. So he just throws it down right away. So I don't know about that first fight. If I had to pick, I'm going to choose Gaethje just because I'm a big Gaethje fan. He's been in the UFC for like 10 years. Dude, that's going to be an absolute crazy fight. And the next Saturday right after that, they're going from UFC 324 to UFC 325. Mind-blowing. So yeah, I'm going to go with Gaethje on that main event right there. And that'll be my prediction for this UFC 324. But other than that, we do have some crazy news. Like I said, with Kayla Harrison pulling out, with Tom Aspinall getting poked in the eye by Cyril Gane, with the UFC and the White House coming up, I'm not sure what's going to go on. Ilia Topuria stepping back, this interim championship this weekend between Gaethje and Pimblett. Who knows if Ilia Topuria may even vacate the belt for a little bit if he doesn't get back in the UFC just to keep the division moving. Tom Aspinall needs to step on something for him also and get he may have eye surgery. I'm not sure what happened to him as far as regards like what happened to his eye, but it was a terrible eye poke. Had to stop the fight in the first round. I do think that Cyril Gane gave him the business before he poked him in the eye. So people say it was like he's scared to finish the fight, even though Tom Aspinall is a monster. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff with that controversy. Who knows? But all I know is Tom Aspinall needs to get back in the ring. Ilia Topuria, whatever's happened with his family, of course, hope everything is well. But he needs to get back in the octagon also. A lot of crazy things happening. But either way, I will catch you guys next week to talk about the recap of this UFC 324 and talk about UFC 325.